best wishes. Welcome, Mark.
Madam Toastmaster, our guests, friends, and family. You'd be surprised to hear that I'm really not that prepared for this speech. Don't get me wrong, I really did try, but I just didn't have much luck. I went to Barnes & Noble to see if I could find a book. I got there, and can you believe it? I only found 4 books in the time. And for someone like me, I mean, come on, you call yourself a bookstore with only 4 books. So what I thought I'd do is basically start from scratch, completely try something new. And so I was batting around with a few different ideas. The first thing that popped in my mind was the idea of making a really sappy speech. A speech that would be a real tearjerker, one that would make everyone cry. But of course, then you'd feel guilty, everyone's crying, and plus, I just don't want to see a grown man weep. So the next thing I thought about was trying to be funny. You know, something that would really make everyone smile and make them laugh so much that their sides hurt. But again, I thought that just probably wasn't right. And completely unfair to my brother, who of course has to follow me in his best man speech, and then of course he'd be intimidated by such a great speech. So I said, hey, I don't need to do that. And so what I thought I would do is basically do something straight to the point and make it very simple. And so what I, as a man who really loves his checklist and his list, I really created a 3-point checklist for you. So number 1 on my list is to thank my guest. As Chuck, my new father-in-law, certainly did not, or knew but late on the topic, it is Emily and I's great honor to host such a wonderful crowd, and to have such a large gathering of fantastically good-looking people in this room. We know that many of you have traveled to get here, and that all of you are sharing your holiday weekend with us. At my last count, we had people, friends and family from 23 states. We had people who flew over both an Atlantic and a Pacific Ocean. And we also, of course, have friends from Atlanta. So Emily and I are just so grateful all of you could join us tonight. My second list is to thank my parents, our parents. Marriage is not an easy thing. Most people would recognize that. And there's going to be times in our marriage where Emily will be wrong, and I'm just going to have to keep quiet. But we need not turn any further than our own parents to see how it's done right. Gary and Kathy, will have their 40th anniversary in December. Chuck and Pat, where are you, Chuck and Pat? Chuck and Pat have celebrated their 36th in July. Our parents have been the bedrocks of our lives for our entire life. And we can't think of any better example to model our new marriage after than our parents. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for the love and support you've given us over the years, and for making this day so very special. And lastly, my third point is to thank my new wife. As many of you in this room already know, it's very easy to fall in love with Emily. Emily is the kind of person who has so many unique qualities that makes her so different than the rest of the world, and have made me a better person because of it. Over the last 5 years and the time that we've shared together, I feel that I've become a richer man. For example, I know that my love for the arts has expanded. I now consider some of my favorite TV shows like Project Runway and So You Think You Can Dance because of her. Another thing is that I have expanded my patience. I now understand that cats are meant to jump on beds and scratch the hell out of it. And lastly, I've become silly. And I sometimes find myself, I find that Emily's humor, her good humor, rubs off on me. Emily, thank you so much for being the person thank you so much for choosing me as the one. And I'd like to say that I will forever be by your side and look forward to a life dreaming together. So now that I'm finished with my checklist, I'm going to hand it over to my brother and best man, who I guarantee you, his speech will make you cry, laugh, and will not include a checklist. Madam Toastmaster.